Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another Empowerment Time. I'm Dr. Lacey, drlacey.com, and this is another chance for us to get it right, another chance for us to grow and glow together, and another chance for us to be empowered. I'm so excited that you're here on this morning, and I am so proud of you that you would take the time to invest in yourself. All month long, we have been talking about self-care, benefits of self-care, why self-care is important, and what happens when we start to practice self-care, right? So if you had the opportunity, yesterday afternoon, I posted a live video on my Insta Live on my Instagram. So it is still there. You can watch the replay for about another 6 hours or so, 12 hours actually or so. And so hop on over to Instagram, take a look at that, because the topic that I was talking about dealt everything with stress and being stressed out and how we deal with stress. So again, if you miss that opportunity, check out the replay, because it's going to help to kind of set a foundation as to why it's so important that we practice self-care. Self-care is vital. So again, check it out, because this is one solution that'll help you with self-care. As leaders, it is so important that we take the time to show ourselves self-care, to show ourselves some love. As leaders, we have to take the time to do that, because oftentimes what happens that as leaders, we're pouring into everyone else, we're concerned about everything else, we're putting out fires sometimes, that we don't take the time to really think about us. And when we don't take the time to think about us, others actually suffer, including ourselves. So as leaders and aspiring leaders, we have to remind ourselves that it is vital that we take the time for ourselves, as others are depending on us to do so. And so once again, today's topic is how to enjoy the unexpected benefits of self-care. How to enjoy the unexpected benefits of self-care. 5 steps that'll help to remind you about that. All right? So step number 1, and this is really, really juicy, so I'm hoping that you'll stick with me to the end. So step number 1 is when you start to enjoy the unexpected benefits of self-care, you actually will become more productive. I know it seems almost counterintuitive. What do you mean? I'm pausing, I'm slowing down, I'm taking time to exercise, I'm taking time, to read or to have a cup of coffee or to spend time with friends. Yep, all of the above. When you take time to really, give yourself over to self-care, because oftentimes stress begins to take over, right? We operate from our inferior systems. In other words, we have this to-do list that looks more like a Christmas list, that looks more like a laundry list, and the productivity level is on E. And so what happens, this is your body literally telling you, like, hey, I need to slow down, I need to refocus. I know you have this long list of things you want to be able to do, but it's not going to happen, right? And so when that happens, this may be that instance where you need to stop and take that morning run. You need to hit the snooze button and sleep a little bit more. You need to take that mental health day, all in an instance to practice self-care, because by doing that, you're actually hitting like a reset button that's going to help you to, in the end, be more productive, okay? So number two of the unexpected benefit of practicing self-care is it actually boosts your immune system. It boosts your immune system. So this time of year, we definitely need a boosted immune system. So let me ask you, do you take vitamins? Do you exercise? How about get outside in the sunshine every day? Do you rest? Do you have a normal bedtime, right? How about spa days? Do you take time to go to the spa, even if it means creating a spa day at home? These tips and doing all of these specific things actually activate the autoimmune system. So it actually helps us to start to put our body into a rest and restore state. And by putting our body into a rest and restore state, this actually helps with the cycle of doing just that, restoring ourselves. So in other words, these moments allow our bodies a chance to decompress from the day, allow our bodies a chance to decompress from whatever experiences or the unnecessary stresses of life, in our very full and sometimes hectic daily lives, by taking the time to do some of these things, it's actually going to be a benefit for us. So in other words, the more we incorporate these activities into our daily lives, into our weekly routines, the better we can actually respond to the hectic aspects that come in life. So beyond that, especially at this time of year, it's a benefit that happens to our autoimmune system. It helps us to fight those nasty germs, to fight that flea bug that might be trying to jump upon you because you take the time to rest, you take the time to get out in the sunshine, fresh air. All of those things to boost your body, right? So again, we are talking about the unexpected benefits of self-care. The unexpected benefits of self-care. I'm so glad that you're sticking with me on this one today. So, number 3, there's a third unexpected benefit of self-care. It actually allows you to extend more self-compassion. Self-compassion. Oftentimes we're out there supporting everybody else, and often compassion, a lot of words everyone else, but we don't extend that same grace to us. We're very hard on ourselves personally, right? So self-care actually improves our self-compassion. It's pretty simple because oftentimes the more you take care of yourself, the better you actually will feel. The more you take care of yourself, the better you actually will feel. It may seem like, is that possible? You turn off the negative talk. Turn off the negative talk. How many times do we play that tape in our mind of if only I've done this, if only I could do this, if only this would happen? And putting that negative talk in our mind is actually not extending self-compassion to us. It's actually pushing self-compassion away, right? So we need to turn off the self-talk. As you know, my doctorate degree is in neuroscience, is in leadership, with an emphasis in neuroscience and professional practice. So one of the things and how the brain operates is if you tell yourself, I am, it automatically believes it. It automatically considers it to be a state of fact. So if I say, I am doing it, I am going to accomplish this, I am successful, right? You see the difference? You see what happens when you turn off that negative tape and you start to replace it with more positive talk? You, ladies and gentlemen, I know I have some guys that talk like this as well. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And because that is the case, it is with so much greatness that God has poured into you that to have that negative self-talk, that's not how good He's thinking about you. His thoughts towards you are that you're great, that you're good, that you're wonderful, and that He loves you. So who are we to come back and say something the contrary to that, right? So we want to remind ourselves that you are golden. I am golden. My brain will start to believe that. And the more that you believe it, the more it'll start to produce in your life, right? So when we start to treat ourselves with love and compassion and remind ourselves of the greatness that God has poured into us, it'll start to bubble up and come out. We begin to literally view the world differently when this happens. We start to see and view ourselves in a positive lens and love of light. We see ourselves in a positive lens of love and light. Doesn't that sound a lot better? Doesn't that sound better? I think you can do that today. All right, number 4, I'm going to keep it moving. Number 4 is to be true to you. This is something I often remind you of. No one can do you like you. No one can reflect you like you. There is only one you, right? And as we grow and leave childhood behind, some of us have been taught to believe that play is only for kids. That play, if you're out there and you're taking time to play, you're doing too much. You're being selfish. That's time that's displaced. But this can be no further from the truth. This can actually be no further from the truth, right? So last week, you may have noticed we didn't have an empowerment climb. Why? Because I was out playing. My husband and I were on vacation down in the Bahamas. We had a great time. I still got my beach hair, right? Got the curls going. And we were having a great time. We were taking time to play out literally on the beach, swimming in the ocean, having a great time. And I promise I'm going to continue to post some old pictures from that event, right, from our week away down in the Bahamas and in Miami. The best thing about that was it was also a time of self-care, both for us individually and for us as a couple, right? So both of us are in high leadership and high profile positions. But if we didn't take that time to pour back into ourselves, to take the time to rest, we can't be any good for those that we serve, right? So as leaders, we have to have those moments of play. We have to take time for ourselves. We have to take time to pour back into ourselves, right? So I want to challenge you, take that dance class you've always wanted to take since you were a girl or since you were a little boy. Take that dance class. Go ahead and try those piano lessons. Use YouTube to be able to help you. All of those are great skills. They're going to help to boost yourself in being true to you. There is no judgment. This is a judgment-free zone, okay? So, again, we are talking about the unexpected benefits of self-care for leaders. As you know, my goal is to support both current and female aspiring leaders. And what often happens is we're pouring into everyone else and we're not remembering to pour into ourselves. So, the final step of the 5 steps of the unexpected benefits of self-care is giving of yourself. Huh? Yes. Self-care is not selfish. Regardless as to what you've been told, self-care is not selfish. And when you actually practice self-care, you actually have more of yourself to give to someone else. Right? So as you know, I just was mentioning how my husband and I last week, there was no empowerment climb. We were, out down there cruising in the Bahamas, having a great time. And we came back on fire, ready to give more to ourselves, more of ourselves to others, more of ourselves to drlacey.com, to the organization where I'm an executive director, to the church of which he pastors. All of these things, we're ready to pour into somebody else. Why? Because we took the time to rest and relax and restore. Remember, we're talking about that immune system, and restore ourselves back to be able to do so. Our cup is full at this point. So now we can plan to pour into others. So when you take that time as a leader, your cup becomes full and it allows you to pour into someone else. And it really makes you feel good to be able to do so too, right? So here's a quick recap again. These are the 5 steps of the unexpected benefits of self-care. So number 1, it makes you more productive. When you take care of yourself, it makes you more productive. Number 2, it boosts your immune system. Number 3, it allows you to extend more self-compassion. Number 4, you can be true to you and who you are. And number 5, you can give of yourself. So with that being, does the research say? Because a lot of people, part of the reason why I'm driving home self-care the entire month of February, this is Love Month. And if you're looking for love, the best place to start is with yourself. And a lot of times when people hear self-care, they think, oh, that's a bunch of fluff, or, that's new age or whatever else. That doesn't really exist. There's no such thing as that. So this is for all my doubters out there. The Department of Health, you've heard of the U.S. Department of Health, right? They actually recently published a document. They go in and they do various research projects, right? Outlining evidence base of the effectiveness of self-care support. So they call it self-care support. It's the exact same thing. As a reminder, self-care, we are defining self-care as the intentional activity of taking care of the mental, physical, emotional, or spiritual health. And so, in these systematic reviews, primary research, studies, and surveys, they suggest that self-care support can result in beneficial health outcomes for patients and more appropriate use of health and social care services. Did you catch that? In other words, it's a good thing for you, right? The document goes on to argue that the evidence shown is that self-care support must become an integral part of any healthcare system in order to be effective and efficient. result in a better outcome. But if you have people around you who don't practice self-care, here's something you can do today from the classroom to the board. Practicing self-care is a little like running a marathon. Now, once upon a time, I was a huge runner. I've actually ran 13 half marathons and participated in a couple of mini triathlons, right? This is once upon a time, right? And the biggest thing that I remember about training for a half marathon is that it's not a sprint. So all of my, 50-yard dash folks out there, relay people, it's not a sprint. It takes time to train and to build your strength. It's like anything, any sort of exercise, any sort of process. The best way to do so is via a solid and consistent pace. So a friend of mine, we went out walking. So we both had injuries, which is part of the reason we're no longer been able to run, right? I had an IT band injury that I still feel pain with. She had an ankle sprain that she's trying to recover from. But both of us have the desire to get back out there and start running. Why? Because it's self-care for us and it's something that we enjoy. So how do we start? It starts with a slow and consistent pace, beginning with walking. So here's my challenge to you today. I want you to take some time today, not tomorrow, don't put it off. Take some time today to step outside of your comfort zone. Step outside of your comfort zone, right? And I want you to step outside of your comfort zone and to try something new. It might even be a new food, right? It might be, all right, I'm not going to put cream in my coffee today. It might be, I'm actually going to go a different running route today. Or I'm going to try a new gym. Or I'm going to invite, a colleague who's new to the office out for lunch. Try something new. It doesn't have to be big. But just do it. Stretch yourself a little bit, right? Try something new. Sign up for that cooking class you've been about. Okay? Go for that hike. Plan, leaders, hello, take your team on a retreat. Plan a retreat for your team. You'd be surprised what a difference it'll make for the people you work with. As you know, Valentine's Day was just a few weeks ago. What did I do? I'm thinking about my team. I got in the Valentine's Day, right? Take some time to stretch yourself. Do something that's going to push you towards these unexpected things. Once you do it, this is what I want you to do. I want you to write me a note in the comments below or send me a DM, send me a direct message, and let me know, hey, Dr. Lacey, this is what I did. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so excited. This is what I did. I want you to take the time to do that, okay? So here's your point of practice. Here's your point of practice. Today's point of practice comes from Mrs. Nikki Giovanni, who was born in Knoxville, Tennessee, as Yolanda Cornelia Giovanni Jr. on June 7, 1943. So as you know, all this month for Black History Month, all of our point of practice quotes are coming from people of color, right? And this particular point of practice person is someone really special to me because she is a fellow alum and graduate of Fisk University. She's also a Soror, member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. So, Sarah Giovanni is a prominent poet and writer who first caught the public's attention as a part of the Black Arts movement in the late 1960s. So, if you've heard of Nikki Giovanni, give me some hearts. If you've heard of her, give me some hearts, right? So, this is the quote that she says, and this is your point to practice for today and throughout the rest of the week. If you don't understand yourself, you don't understand anybody else. Wow. Simple but so true. If you don't understand yourself, you don't understand anyone else. Think about that for a moment. This is part of the reason why we're focusing on self-care so that we can better understand ourselves, so that we can better serve those around us. So, did you get something out of this today? Is there another lady leader that you know who could benefit from this information? Take the time to share with her. If you haven't done so, I want to invite you to continue to follow and share decompress.com across multiple media platforms, everything from Instagram to YouTube to Facebook. Join me, Twitter. This is a great opportunity for us to continue to connect as leaders. All right? Next week's topic. It's our last week of February and our last opportunity through our formal webinar to talk about self-care. As you know, I'll continue to remind you about self-care things that you can do as current and inspiring leaders. And next week's topic is all about sustaining your self-care practice. Sustaining your self-care practice, which is so key to your success. Again, I'm so excited that you would be here this morning. I say congratulations and kudos to you for taking the time to invest in yourself. And as always, from process to practice, grab your stilettos and let's go.